if there's one thing I'm guilty of, and I've gotten some criticism from people online about this, and I think they're probably right that we should have been talking about Australia more on the show. And I guess, you know, as I've definitely mentioned it several times, but I guess I don't know what to say other than the obvious thing to say, which is that the country has become a brutal totalitarian police state. Literally with martial law in some of their biggest cities, just horrific stuff. And to me, the real takeaway from it is that it's not as if this is like some war-torn third world country. This is fucking Australia. Like, just a year ago was a or I guess more than a year now, but 2 years ago was a relatively free country. You know, okay, not bad gun laws and bad, you know, some bad economic policies, but relatively, on the broad scope of human history, a relatively free country.
With some of the sluttiest hot chicks in the world.
At least when they come over here, Rob.
I mean, when they export those women here.
But I mean, you look at what they've become now, and I'll tell you, you see some of these fucking videos of the people resisting now, and you're like, God damn. Like, this is like the thing, right? And being a Jew whose family, you know, went through the Holocaust, and really only one member of it came out of the Holocaust. The lesson, the eternal lesson of the Holocaust was always, don't wait till you're on the fucking boxcar. You know what I mean? The problem, the big mistake that the Jews made, which everybody basically concedes at this point, including the Jews themselves, is they fucked up by going, well, it's not going to get to that level. He's not just going to fucking kill all of us. So just like, all right, go along. He's going to fucking deport all of us, I guess. We'll figure it out. We'll get in somewhere else. And they just kind of went step by step by step by step. And the point that I'm making, the connection to all of this from, you know, like New York City being here, Australia being here, Nazi Germany being, you know, out there, is that you're like, even when you see them resisting in Australia like that, man, you'd much rather resist now than wait till you're at that point and have to start fucking, like, what are your options there? I mean, look at Australia as a fucking country where they're basically largely disarmed and under martial law. So what the fuck can you do then? Except what you see in these video clips. There's like no other option except rush, get fucking 10,000 of you together and rush into the fucking, into the fucking police. So I'm just saying, like, if we're going to put up some type of fucking resistance, now is a much better time than 6 months from now. So that's something that's been weighing on me, that I've been thinking about a lot. And I agree with what you're saying, Rob. Like, there's a truth to your point about like not having kids, and it does. There's no question that changes everything. But
I wasn't actually saying that as a winning life strategy for people.
No, I'm not. No. But just to your point that it's a different situation. There's a certain freedom of not having kids where you can roll the dice a little bit more, or you can tighten your belt a little bit more. You can do some of these things. But the flip side to that is that when you do have kids, preventing a really, really horrible outcome becomes much more important, you know? And so even though it is riskier in the short term to fight something, it becomes more necessary in some ways to not let it go to a really bad place in the future, because you just, you know, you really care about it. You know, you're not just kind of like, well, whatever happens after me happens. It's like, no, actually what happens after me is the most important thing.